I've been working with the American Heart Association since 2009 in the Kansas City area for quality of care in stroke. In 2009, I had a stroke of my own, and my mission has become more passionate, has become more powerful, so I can speak for those that may have lost their voice to drive patient care outcome improvement forward so we can reduce the long-term disability numbers in stroke. What this does is it gives survivors a platform to record and catalog and talk about their diagnoses. It talks about their treatments, either the invasive or the pharmacy, the medications that they take, how they take care of themselves. There's even a genetic component to it, and it's what our hope is that we can drive change forward for the next generation. We want to make sure that we have a hand in the ability to make treatments as far as surgical, the least invasive that they possibly can be, that they last longer and longer each time new research is founded, or those medications have the least amount of side effects, or you get the lowest dosage, so you have a quality of life to live if unfortunately you've gotten that cardiovascular disease or that cerebral vascular disease diagnoses. We're going to start with a pilot of 2,000 people, and eventually we hope to grow it to 250,000. So survivors are going to be protecting the generations to come. It was an unbelievable experience. When I was talking to my family and friends at home last night, as I'm getting emotional, it's kind of like the Oscars for heart and brain nerds. We get to be around all of these brilliant minds with the one thing in common, that we want to defeat the #1 killer of Americans, and that's cardiovascular disease. We are trying to get to the best practice to ensure that all patient outcomes are positive and that their quality of life is maintained. It's a whirlwind to ensure that you get to the right lectures that you want to be involved in. They have an app which has made this such an easy, wonderful experience that you can go in and pick the components and categories that you're interested in. You can go in and view those. You have your agenda for the day, so to speak, from beginning to end. It tells you exactly where you need to be. It lets you continue to be involved in social media, and even some of those things that you didn't make to the lecture that you may have wanted to because it conflicted. You can get all of the components there so you can still be a part of that. There's a lot of live streaming, which is very exciting as well. It's so much fun that when you go in and check into the particular lecture that you are in, you can actually type your questions as you think of them for those to be answered at the end of the session. If I take it down to the level of just myself, had all of the research not been funded and not been done, I very well not be able to talk to you right now. Because of that research and because of the funding that the American Heart Association provides for all of these entities to be able to work on this research, it's saving lives. It's saved my life in several different ways, not just because of my stroke care, because of my congenital heart defect, as well as my atrial fibrillation. It just shows that the passion and the mission is there for a vision of a world free of cardiovascular disease. Without that research, it's just not going to happen.